So the Battlefield 6 Beta Weekend 2 is upon us, which brings us some more maps and game modes. They did not, however, add any more guns this weekend, so in today's video I want to give my opinion of the top 5 best guns to use, plus honorable mention here in Battlefield 6. They are in no particular order, and also with each gun I'll give my kit setup for them. Now I'm not saying these are the best setups for each gun, and some of these might not even be in your top 5, but I feel like right now in the beta these are 100% my go-to no matter what. For each gun, I will explain what situations such as maps and modes I use them for, plus if there's any like little traits with them, I'll also give you guys those details. If you think any of these weapons and kits you'll like or find the information helpful, please give the video a like and subscribe for more Battlefield 6 content coming forward. Now with the intro out of the way, let's get right into the list, no dilly-dallying around. So the first one I want to talk about, which what I considered old reliable, the classic M433. Now this gun is a classic in many shooter franchises such as Rainbow Six, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, and many others. The M4 always contends for the best ease of use and overall. I've been using the M4 during the beta for most of the city maps and smaller game modes such as Domination and the new modes this weekend like the TDM squad modes. Really good and a lot of fun. The best use of the M4 in my opinion is when you need a warm-up game and or decide you want to get more active for those medium to close range gunfights. The gun is already super strong, and with the right attachments it can be super accurate. Like I said earlier, you want like an alleyway to hold a building, maybe those close quarter gunfights that we're getting stuck with a lot because the maps, kind of force you to flow like that. So, if you stay like that, the gun can exceed in many different spots. Now with a little use in the map and modes I talk about, let's get right into the kit, and then we'll start with number 4 on the list. Alright, and here's the build for the M433. Again, we'll start off with the muzzle. It's going to be the compensated brake muzzle. After that, we're going to go to the barrel. It's going to be the first one, the 14.5 standard. We're going to come down to the underbarrel. Now with this gun, I do use a full angled. It's all the way at the end, the last attachment. For the mag, it's just second mag, the 30 round fast mag. I personally think this is the best mag you can put on any of your guns. Then over here, we're going to go to ammunition, use the polymer case. And then again, for the dot, we can do whatever you want. I use the basic one for this gun, believe it or not. You can do iron sights, you can do this red dot, you can use the scope red dot, you can use this one, which the mini flex is kind of like COD if you like COD, but I personally like this one, and that's really it. That's the whole kit. Basically almost maxed out, and that's it. Next gun up is also in the assault rifle class, and it's the NVO-22AE. Now this thing is a laser beam with the setup that I have. Gun is super strong medium to longest range, especially right from the factory settings that we get defaulted in the game. But I'm not saying go out on Liberation Peak and start a little pissing contest with all the Chris Kyles of the game. But you 100% should have confidence in those slightly longer to medium range gunfights. A little bit more than M4, but again, you don't want to go out challenging no recon sniper, Chris Kyle, Army Ranger status. It's not a smart idea. When I first used the gun, I knew it had potential, even with just a default setup. But after changing up the attachments, the full potential has finally come out for this gun. I use it a lot in breakthrough mode because of the type of gunfights you get into a lot. I will use it on almost every single map. Again, like I said earlier, Liberation Peak is a little out there because of how much long range fights there actually is in the game. But other than that, this gun is just, like, you cannot go wrong with it. Like, in my opinion, it's slightly better than M4 for most overall use. Now let's dive into the kit and show you what I'm running for this gun to make it just an animal, and then we'll continue down the list. Let's keep it rolling. Now, here's the setup that I want to use for the NVO. Like I said, this gun's pretty good at when you get all the right attachments, so let's get into it. First up, for the muzzle, we're going to go to double ported brake. For the barrel, we're going to go to the 409mm fluted. Down here, we're going to go to the underbarrel for the classic vertical. Over to the mag, we're going to use the first mag. I don't like the 40 mag because it really does slow you down, so the 30 rounds plenty. Over here in the ammunition, we're going to the polymer case again. Now for this, I do change and use the OSA red dot instead of the default. I think you just lose some line of sight for this, and I do like this red dot up close. And again, it's pretty basic, and that's just the kit I roll with. Up next is a certified auto sniper, the AK-205. Now this thing is a legit straight up certified beam city. If you have thumbs, you can aim straight with this gun. I swear by it. The only time this gun cannot be used is in a small room when a full squad with shotguns are telling you to call mama, because it's game over. It's GG. See you later. Back to the lobby. This gun plays for accuracy and control. If you can conquer those two skills, this gun will become your go-to, I promise you. Recoil is very moderate, if not any, especially after some attachments when you level it up. Now, usage for this gun is almost every map, to be honest, especially Liberation Peak where the entire lobby is fighting 50 meters apart. That map especially, the AK-205, is an auto pick now after I found out about it. Now, game mode wise, the only time I really won't use it is on Dom and TDM modes, all the small stuff. At that point, I would use the NVO or the M4 and the SMGs if you're that type of player. Now, let's get into the kit and I'll show you why this thing is a beamer. I promise you, you're going to love it. This thing is a beamer. Alright guys, let's get into the kit for the AK-205, the one I've been talking about. That's a beamer. First up for the muzzle, we're going to go with the flash hider. Next for the barrel, we're going to go to 314mm fluted barrel. Thing is a monster with that. Now this is where it's going to get a little opinion based. I personally think the second one, the 60H64 vertical fire, you could go, a lot of people do the adjusted angle for more mobility. I don't know. I think you just need to leave this on and just straight beam with it. Next up is the mag. You go with the second one, the 30 round fast mag. Aeronomics, I don't improve this at all. It doesn't really matter in my opinion. Optic, you can use whatever. You can use a default iron sight. I use this default red dot. You can go the big square one. You can do the circle red dot. Like, it really doesn't matter. Whatever you guys are feeling. Optic accessory, I don't put anything on it because, like, whatever. And then, of course, the red accessory, you could put this blue light on and it makes this thing a straight beamer. But you lose a bunch of different attachments, plus it's just a giant blue light everywhere. And that's the full kit. Thank you very much. Now going to number 4 on the list, we're going to change it up to some close range type of guns. First up is the PW7A2, which basically is the MP7. Now, we all know the MP7 has been in multiple franchises and multiple different games within them. I might go on a limb and say it's the most popular SMG next to MP5 being used in any type of shooting game and all across the genre. In this game, it lives up to the hype. You can build an MP7, in my opinion, 2 different ways. It's like specifically 2 different ways. First way, which I don't really run it this way, is I call it the hipfire god. You put a laser light on it to increase the hipfire, which, fun fact, if you bind it to an easy key or if you have a paddle controller, you can turn it off and then quickly back on for those gunfights so you still get the percentage increase for hipfire accuracy. And then you just run around and hipfire spam everybody. It's that easy. The second way for me is to kit it for accuracy and AIM movement speed. I use it for almost every city map and almost every game mode that's on close quarter engagement side. Like, I'm not going to use this gun out on Liberation Peak. Like I said, I have 2 to 3 options for that. But for all those, like, city maps, Dom, especially the squad TDM mode, this gun is perfect. It rips. As you will see in gameplay, don't be afraid to take a little longer range gunfights. It's very easy with this gun to keep it accurate at those, like, 20 to 30 meter ranges. You don't have to be 10 to 15. Close range, even without the hipfire build, it still shreds with hipfire, and a quick aim is already insane. So like I said, overall with the accuracy built kit I'm about to show you, this thing shreds at almost basically 5 to even 35 meters out. Try this build and I promise you, you won't be upset with it. Let's show it quick and move on to the next one. First up, we're going to run is a muzzle, flash hider. I do go between that and a linear, but the flash hider in my opinion is a little better. After that, we're going to go down to 180 standard. Like I said, I think it's better than the 180 prototype, but that's just me. Last is going to be the rib stubby. The mag, we're going to go to the standard 30 round mag. The fast mag is only for reload. I'd rather have like basically quick draw on it versus 30 round mag if anybody played COD. After that, we got the full metal jacket instead of soft point. Again, better in my opinion. You can then throw on one of the laser lights for increased hipfire. Like, look at this, 71 hipfire on this thing. Crazy. I personally don't run it like that, but I mean, honestly, you probably should. And then we go over to the optic, and again, I use this red dot. It's all preference. You can run this, you can run the default. I mean, the default's kind of trash. You can run the iron sights if you like that better, but I just run the standard one. And that's it for the MPW. Now, before we finish off the list, I want to give my honorable mention that I was talking about. I wouldn't say it's a gun, but it's more of a gadget. The thermal noob tube of death. This thing must be a top 3 most annoying thing to get hit by in the game right now. Not only does it do pretty much 80% of your health between the hit and fire burn, but it actually freaking stuns you. Like, what in the F is that? This is an auto pick for gadgets on a soul class. I don't care what anybody says. But oh my god, this thing, this might be more annoying than the next gun I'm going to talk about. If you know there's a big group in front of you, you launch that thermal nade into the area, switch back to your main gun, and just shred them. Like, they're not going anywhere. They're already having down to 20% health. Like, I don't know, this thing needs to get removed out of the game. It just has to, in my opinion. Or it needs to get rid of the stun. I won't lie though, I use it because if I don't use it, I feel like I'm throwing because of how annoying it is. But until the devs fix it, or fix the stun like I said before, the gadget it's broken. You have to use it. The last gun I want to bring up, which I believe is the strongest weapon in the game for what it does, is the M87A1. Now, we all know what I'm talking about, the shotgun. This thing is broken. Now, I have gotten some hate in other videos saying it's not that strong or shotguns are meant to be like that. I even had someone say I'm a World War One Nazi sympathizer. Like, bro, what in the hell are you even talking about? I'm talking about a gun in a game that's overpowered because they can't fix a shotgun. Overall, but I'm sorry, I have to disagree. This thing is beyond broken currently. Like, the shotgun is so strong right now to a point that devs have openly said that it's too strong, and in release of the full game, it will be nerfed and rebalanced. Like, please, thank you for the love of God. Like, in what world should I be shooting from 20 meters out, one tapping someone? But if I was 5 to 10 meters away, yeah, I get it. Full body spread shot, maybe a shot to the head, I'm okay with that. But the range on this is the issue. I don't think it's the up close strength, it's the range of how far the damage actually goes. Domination is especially strong to play at a point to where you can just protect the objective, never die if you have a good team. And then with the new squad TDM modes that's released this weekend, it's even more broken, especially if you got a medic running around with you. Playstyle for the gun, pretty simple, but if you can learn some shoulder peek methods with it, it can even be stronger. So now let's just go over the kit that I use for it. But just like the PW7, there can be hip fire setup as well. You add the laser to it. I don't do it like that, but you can add that, and I'll show it real quick in the kit setup. Now, for the broken shotgun, and I don't even have all the attachments unlocked, so if you do master this thing out, you probably can set it up a little differently and a little better, but even with the minor attachments, this thing is still a monster. First up, we're going to have the only attachment we can, the basic factory 20-inch. Other than that, again, 6H, 6.4 vertical, like I have in a bunch of other builds. Have this unlocked for the 5 shell, but honestly, you kind of want the ammunition, so you might as well run the 7 shell. Over here, I just run the standard buckshot. I think the slugs will be really good if you want to like one-tap people. Again, I don't have it unlocked, and I'm sure it would even be better. I do run a red dot for this instead of the iron sights. It's all preference based, obviously, and then I do run not the green one, but I do run the red laser light for the increased hip fire accuracy. But again, you don't really even need to hip fire for this thing. You can just quick aim and boom, they're all dead. Everybody's dead. Body's dropping. Now, with the list out of the way, those are my top 5 strongest guns in the beta right now, in my opinion. Like I said earlier, it might not be meta, the kit might not be set up correctly for you, but in my opinion, these are the strongest guns at the moment that I love using on almost every map, every mode, and every type of style that I like to play. Now go out, try these kits, try these guns. Let me know down in the comments how you like to set up the guns or which guns you like better. But thanks for everybody watching. Please give a like and subscribe. I'm a new channel, obviously, but I want to grow to be as big as possible. Thank you all. Peace out.